So the last thing we're going to talk about is how we know it's not all of these other things that people like to point the finger at. One of the first things that people like to say is, well, maybe it's ocean outgassing. Maybe there's a bunch of CO2 coming from the ocean. So we're pretty sure it's not that. If the source was the ocean, we would expect ocean carbon dioxide concentrations to be decreasing, but in fact that's not what we see. We see increasing increasing carbon dioxide concentrations. They're increasing right along with atmospheric carbon dioxide. So it's not ocean outgassing. We're also pretty sure it's not volcanoes. CO2 from volcanoes, is what this figure is showing you, is a whole lot less than anthropogenic emissions, about 1/100th. That's what this figure is showing you. These are total volcanic CO2 emissions per year estimates compared to world CO2 emissions from fossil fuel use. You can see it's kind of not even a blip. And I think this figure actually shows it a little bit better. This is atmospheric carbon dioxide concentrations on the y-axis, and then year here, and this is showing you volcanic activity here with even these really big volcanic events, eruptions, having essentially no impact on atmospheric carbon dioxide. So it's not volcanoes. And we're pretty sure it's not the land. The land is equivalent to about 10% of human emissions based on some 2010 data. And in fact, this oxygen data that we looked at earlier suggests that the land is actually currently acting, or at least in 2000 and actually still through today, is acting as a sink, not a source. And here we can see that in terms of land producing oxygen rather than carbon dioxide. And then finally, it's not the sun. So in the last 35 years, the sun has shown a slight cooling trend, and this is in fact directly opposite to our warming trend. So it's not the sun. So the last thing I'm going to ask you guys to think about, I'll show the video that we talked about on Tuesday in class, and we can talk about, can you use any of this information to talk to normal people, or did you really need this class to understand the vast majority of this stuff? Is this useful in normal everyday conversation? Okay, well, thanks for watching the videos, and hopefully they're helpful, and we'll talk on Tuesday. Thanks.